Favorite driller from Chicago? Big Wise, Young Money shit, man. Wick is lit, coming soon. We out here in Cali vibing with no jumper, man, you know? Go with him.
That be going crazy.
I know I be trolling. I'm gonna show you how to troll, though. Come on.
That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ends, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds, gang shit. Better ask about drill wick, I change shit, change whips. Hit a few niggas up with the same blick. I just ran up 30,000 last week, ain't changed fits. When it's violence in my community, you already know they blame wick. Hey, Keno felt that fat could run no more, he thought it was over. 2 Glocks on like 2 pistols, he knew it was a close one. Goofy came my block, he got one off, but now he toasted. Glock 23, I call it tally, cause this bitch a blower. Druid really grew up my overtext and I ignored her. Take pictures with all my fans, fuck that, my supporters. Start my bitch a biz, she scratch out goals and I support her. Call my phone's 100 in, what's the order? Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. Druid, he a bastard, I ain't grow up with a pops. I was out ditching school, testing my accuracy on their block. They say why they call you drills, cause I really been on the lot. Shooters know the shooters, and the killers know the killers. You niggas don't look familiar, I don't know none of you niggas. And I'm jumping out on feet, but caught my first one out the window. And if we ain't DOA him, then he was fighting in a spittle. Seen shit walk him down, the gun jammed, he thought it was over. Merely died, a nigga got hit in his head, but God was over him. Rocket had put Phantom niggas crazy, cause he folded. Ten ain't had to say shit when he got that room, but he told it. Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. You niggas ain't kill shit, videos the only thing you drop. I'm a low-end terrorist, I really spit every block. Call me Druid, Osama, I done went up on all the ops. That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ends, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds.
I'm telling you, you don't walk around here at night. Yes, sir. He'll kill you and strip you in 10 seconds flat.
I'm a trophy round this bitch, nigga. They call me big homie. Master level, bro, you drop me, you get like 10 bodies. Payroll let you celebrate it. Don't be his 10 body. Undefeated heavyweight, nigga, I think I'm big baby. Half a brick, slapped it all grams, these horns go crazy. Slap his bitch, knock down his man, Javante Davis. We hang niggas, cab the clan, come get your shit painted. Drop bodies and bags to plan, ain't nothing gon' change me. Rambo, I stand on my name, they know I pop shit. Dirty choppers at my mama house, she know we drop shit. Get in those streets, take will come with it. You bet not snitch, we slump shit everywhere in my city. I cannot flip. In the cell, 8 with his mans looking at his portrait. Like, damn, cuz, what happened to him? I know you salty. Sugar turn to shit, you get static with your partner. They start scratching with some pits. He can't shake up out that coffin. They was calling, trying to squash it. Don't want war with us. Mama house blew up. Dude got his noodle touched. At Geno's, caught him lacking. Took my 40, smacked him up. Man, y'all lucky we is on camera. I'd have built your ass up. We started stepping around this bitch. I bet they vouch for it. Little niggas look up to me. Don't know we dropped they big homies. Out of town hunt niggas. I always got my stick on me. I took a life for niggas. Took some shit from me. Gangsters moving silence. We don't post nothing. I promote violence. They go smoke some. Shaquille O'Neal with an AR Gillos and go post up. My baby 24. R.I.P. Kobe. He gon' show up. Sit you next to Kobe, brother. Then scratch off doing donuts. Let Giants sleep. Why y'all won't come fuck with me? These niggas spinning around, think they tough as me. Shooting shit from up the street. How could you ever think that you had nuts like these? Gonna be another chapter in our killing spree. Payroll, how you catch me, bro? You go crazy, I'm still stepping though. Smack this shit with hollows back to back and watch this head come off. 19, he got bodies, a real gangster. Gang, I'm vouching for him. They know my name, I do this bitch for crushing shit. I ain't no local joke. Drop me, you gon' die. Bet my brother smoking shit, one of them niggas. Know my son gon' be a main character with his switch complete, not mission. You ain't right about your brother, but if I smack one of your bitches on camera, your pussy ass probably be laying in my bushes. We stay dangerous when in the chamber, bro. My mama raised a gangster. I'ma die dying. They gon' have my funeral at a stadium. It's us or y'all. I don't trust a soul. My city small, everybody related. Got cousins and brothers we don't know about. Lot of niggas getting money, I don't matter. Killers control the clout. I had static with millionaires when I was worth for ounce, couldn't get me dropped chopped, I still got my glizzy out. Jumping, I'll be getting down. We hit the whole city with choppers, don't come through here. Playing around, my papa shot my daddy, cause it's in my blood to slang his arm. Long way from 8 balls, all that money gon' put us over the top. If you ain't CAB, you a op. That's just how we rock, raise killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top, nigga. You a op. That's just how we rock, raise killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top.
I talked to say he told me killed him in my way. Bounce out on his block with Drake and Blast. He run, he done that chop, eat up his face. We do his and bounce back in them cars. We right back towards the 8. Bitches claim they love me, they just love that sack. I made her wait. We scratch out the scene and this bitch get the screaming. This is straight. Ski on, they ain't see me. I'm dogging the demon past the Jake. Don't claim that you need me, you just want that cheese and I'm gonna make you wait. Threw her up and he went easy. Happy he grabbed a bait. They call me go cause I stand on all 10 and I go get shit done. I don't care about niggas. I could treat them boys just like my son. I pop out switch on me, FN on me, play, then you done. You know how we bounce out on your block. We hop out chopsticks, please don't run. Told that bitch she could come suck me up. I might toss her some huns. We get bored, it ain't shit else to do, so we go on some hunts. We suit up, we go load up the clips, fuck the stick, grab the drum. Catch a face and I'm gon' whack her, put his bitch ass in that trunk. We gon' spin, it's like 3 o'clock, but we ain't tired. One of my brothers jump your gate and you play crazy, then you dying. Let's play faces red. I keep telling 30, don't join the live. Lil D chases ass. Brought my twin, cause we get real salami. I put that gin up to his face, he closed his eyes. Lil folks got a face shot and somehow up to this damn day he's still alive. How yo gun it, cause this the rack and most just don't survive. Out that window with that jerko playing pros and cons slime. We chase face cars, I heard that ESO come with like 10. We gon' still take that little scrap, fuck if it's Gokes, Lock or a gin. I love Ben Frank, I think me and bro could be best friends. Heard he died for this gang, I bet he won't do that again. Switchy smack his face, Drenchy switch lanes, watch how this go. Niggas ain't any blunt, they scraps, let's be for real, them boys some hoes. We hit Parnell so much at this point, I'ma just say we own it. How they say they spinning blocks, we spin they blocks, they ain't even on them. We ride AMGs and tracks, ain't none stolen. Drake's up on our trail, we give them hell, we forever rollin'. Catch a face, we leave them bait. For that pay, no throwaways. F&N's and Drakes, leave them late. Tavy demon time, no time to wait. Fredo Twinno, we grew up on the 8. We some headhunters for that paper. Call them 6 in the morning, like pop out, we got a face. Caught that face, SRT track talk, no matter, we getting away. Fuck the Jakes, fuck the steak. E-way barely touch my brake. After we fuck, you gotta get up. Hell no, you can't touch my face. Keep my Drake, SRT, dog, down the whole 8. Lil' Rob called me like pop out, we got it straight. Now we straight.
Hey man, say man, bitch, you already know man, it's your nigga Lowski, man. Shout out to all the real niggas, real bitch, real way it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Armando Lopez. Shout out to my boy John. Gang. Shout out to Miss Espy, the sniper. She is sniping. Shout out to my boy Snake. What up, Lil G? This nigga said this motherfucker finally consistent. Nigga, I've been consistent, bro. I was moving. I had some shit going on, bro. I moved from one spot to another, so I had to take care of my business. But shit, I'm back. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Now we finna get this bitch busting, man. We back to the rap. Yeah. Well, I'm comfortable at my comfort zone, boy. All that LA shit, boy, just make my head hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? About time I get back to what I know, man. Cause LA niggas just, piss me off. Let's get it, man. I just be doing anything with this motherfucking thing right here.
There's a map of Chicago that nobody wants to talk about.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah. Is this a gay white man, bro?
It doesn't show train lines or bus routes. It shows a war.
The gang violence.
This shit real, don't
Then
play.
he just started shooting at the man on the court.
A war that's been raging for decades across neighborhoods, parks, and even single blocks. Decades ago, Chicago's gangs were split into two massive alliances, the People Nation and the Folk Nation. But today, those two alliances have fractured into more than 100 different sets, each fighting for their own corner of the city. Using exclusive data from the Chicago Office of Public Safety, we've mapped all these different territories down to the exact streets where these invisible borders are drawn. From the most notorious gangs to the deadliest blocks, we've mapped it all. This is Chicago's gang war mapped.
I ain't gonna lie, it's just me or that shit like ecstasy or Legos. I don't know, but I need to leave this shit alone.
One of the more famous rivalries in Chicago's gang world is between the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples. Arguably their most contested blocks are in Chicago's South Side, centered around the Parkway Gardens neighborhood, or more famously known as O Block.
I guess one thing you always hear about is the O Block.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, hell yeah.
We got a large crowd, got 362 in the back of Parkway. We need some crowd control over there. I need EMS now. I got a
O Block generally runs from 66th Street in the south to 63rd Street in the north, and then from South Calumet Ave in the west to South King Drive in the east. But much of this violence spills into the surrounding neighborhoods. O Block and Parkway Gardens once stood as a working class neighborhood for many black families.
Yeah, bro, he lost me already. I'm at 1 minute and 44 seconds into the video, and white boy just
were migrating to the Midwest. It was even home to Michelle Obama when she was a child. But by the 1990s, gang violence grew. The nearby Harold Ikes and Robert Taylor homes were demolished, scattering all their residents and their gang affiliations into the surrounding neighborhoods. Much of the Gangster Disciples ended up moving above 63rd Street and also into the Woodlawns neighborhood. At the time, the Black Disciples already had a strong presence in the Parkway's Garden neighborhood, which meant the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples were now living directly next to each other. It's said that the hard borders between the two groups run down 63rd Street and Vernon Avenue. A walk across either of these streets means that you're walking into enemy territory. At first, it was mostly just small shootings and fistfights, largely over online insults. But then things exploded in 2011 when a Black Disciple named O.D. Perry was shot and killed on the 6400 block of South King Drive. O.D.'s death became a turning point, and the Black Disciples named the block after him. O.D.
Yo, hold the fuck on. Y'all not finna just troll like that. Did they just put blood all on Odie's shirts?
Death became a turning point, and the Black Disciples.
And who the fuck is this? What type of generic gang member is this? I thought it was a Nipsey Hussle or a nigga off Tekken, like.
Named the block after him. O.D. Perry was very well known locally, and his death by Gangster Disciples meant a declaration of war.
We are getting reports of multiple people shot. 4 people shot. Dozens of people shot.
52 people have been shot.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If I have to answer like why they love Woodlawn so much, when you think of the drill scene, right? Who was leading the league, right? As far as the front runners, right? You had Cooper, you had LA, you had the whole team 600. You had Jarrow City, you had FBG, you had Duck, you had Lil J. Lil J was the face. Lil J being the face is crazy, right? You got Lil J, you got Billionaire Rat. Then you had Sosa. And Sosa was the juggernaut. And the funny part is, even we've been linked with when Dirk, because Dirk he was there, but Dirk really wasn't the forefront. Like Sosa had that shit. Lil Reese had more clout than Dirk for the rapping, and that sounds crazy to even say out loud. But people used to think that Dirk was from O Block too. So that's where all the friction come with the clout. Like, that's Woodlawn, bro. You know what I'm saying? So in their mind, if that's where all the rappers at, that's where all the killing at. And it ain't like niggas wasn't dying in their beef. Because they had shit going on and niggas was definitely getting smoked. Was that the hub of all the violence? Of course not. But it's the violence that they knew. Right? When you used to get on the internet, if you had an Xbox, anytime you run into a nigga in the game, Call of Duty, anything, Grand Theft Auto, whatever, and you say where you from, and they lying. They say from Chicago. You be like, where you from in Chicago, right? They say I'm from O Block, from Lamron. That's all they would say. That's all they would say. They have the strongest New York accent in the world, and the words that will utter out their mouth is, I'm from O Block, my man. And I used to be like, fuck life. Right? And then you say, like, I'm from Madville, I'm from No Love. So you can say you from any set, right, that they never heard of. Oh, that's not a real. You're not from the Rack. And they laugh at you. Like, he's not from Chicago, y'all. He a goofy. And I'm like, and I used to sit back listening like, what the fuck did we start? The nigga asked me where I'm from. I'm saying from Killer Ward. And niggas like, where's that? Y'all ain't know nothing to Tukaville. And I'm like, whoa. What the fuck you just say? If you're not from Jojeril or Tukaville, you're not a GD. And I'm like, whoa. Where the fuck did that even come from? Them niggas is goofies. Like, that's the shit that... That always fucked my head up. That always fucked my head up. When I used to live in Madville, 61st Park, motherfuckers started saying, y'all ain't like Lamron.
61 people shot. 90 people shot. 100 people were shot across the city.
These are deliberate and planned shootings by one gang against another.
St. Lawrence Avenue from 61st to 63rd Streets were the Gangster Disciples' main staging area, while the Parkway Gardens neighborhood from 66th to 64th Streets were the Black Disciples' main staging area.
Why is the GD's red and the BD's blue? And look, it is blue and black. It's the GD colors. Oh man, hey bro, he's a white boy. Give him a chance, gang. Like, it makes no sense, but it's like he's white. He's white. He's out of towner. And did I say he's white? Like, he's white. Yeah, you can't expect no white man to know what the fuck going on.
Many shootouts, Black Disciples were feeling risky. Then they'd venture down 63rd Street, heading east. Risky? And if the Gangster Disciples were feeling risky, then they'd head down 63rd Street to the west.
Gang on 64th, 65th, King Drive.
All right,
63rd over there, kind of to the left. They dirty and stuff. They be up there stealing and doing all type of petty stuff. So we don't go up there with them. Oh no, something ain't right up there. So I have to make it known. Like,
is
so close. We not from 63rd.
Between 2009 and 2015, the 63rd Street.
I ain't gonna lie, brother. Davon really made it a trend to not be from shit. And 63rd is a prominent street in Chicago. Before Davon made that I'm not from 63rd meme, right? Before that was a thing. When somebody say, hey, if I'm from the Trey, you be like, oh shit, they from 63rd, okay, all right. That's even though 63rd is fucked up, Inglewood is fucked up in a whole. When it comes to Inglewood sets and shit, they mostly got a block, right? If you got more than one block and you located in Inglewood, y'all niggas, them niggas. Cause in Inglewood, bro, niggas got half a block to a block. Niggas, they on 61st, they on 62nd to 62nd. Same street, same block. The niggas on the next block is a whole nother hood, a whole nother gang. They might just be GDs. They might be BDs. But whatever they is, they ain't what the fuck them niggas is on that block. Right? So what it just fucked my mind up, gang. I ain't gonna lie. It just really fucked my head up. Cause the Trey is prominent, gang. To say I'm not from 63rd. Bro, it used to be an honor when these are streets that 63rd, 79th, 87th, 103rd, 95th, 47th, 71st, 69th. These is streets when niggas hit on blocks, they like, oh, all right, shorty. It's busting over there. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're on 71st, it's cool. They getting money over there. Y'all got some good weed and pills over there. You from 69th? So y'all probably getting fucked up by the GDs or the BDs. Somebody fucking somebody up around that bitch. You from the Trey? Shit, boy, niggas gangbanging like a motherfucker. There's a whole lot of bitches sucking dick around that motherfucker. You from 95th? Ain't too much going on over there, but y'all got a lot of hoes over there. You know what I'm saying? On 87, well, shit, the moles over there, ain't it? Pick someone on 87 to guarantee the moles over there. Don't get it twisted like GD's in over there too. But it's a lot of Vice Lord and Mo shit on 87. Definitely going towards eastbound. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this. Even Garfield, 55th. Even Garfield. These streets. So when somebody say, we not from 63rd, that's a slap in the face to a whole, bro. Generations of people, gang. That's like if someone would say, fuck 79th. I'm standing, nigga, what the fuck you say, nigga? Like, because 79th run through the whole city. It runs east and west. You feel me? And 79th is one of them streets, well, you may get some pussy or you may get killed on that bitch. You may have one of the best days of your life or you might have the worst day you ever had in that bitch. Welcome to 79th Street. And our buses run all night too. So you down to catch some action. You see what I'm saying? That's just ridiculous, bro. Davon really fucked the world up.
Corridor had the highest concentration of homicides in all of Chicago, where most of these deaths came from gunfights involving teenagers.
A 14-year-old boy was shot around midnight.
16-year-old was shot in the chest.
Wounded 6 people, including 3 teenage girls.
But O-Block isn't just a battleground. O-Block became an extremely well-known brand. Through rap and social media, its reputation traveled far beyond the south side of Chicago. Songs by local rappers like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and King Von turned O-Block into a well-known hotspot of crime all across the country.
See, he did it too. What did he just say?
King Von turned O-Block into a well-known rappers like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and
Lil Durk. How the fuck did Lil Durk turn O-Block into? He been rapping about the lamb his whole come up back then. Lamron, 064, Lamron is all he used to say. How the fuck did Lil Durk make O-Block a hotspot? Let me guess, he's a fucking BD, huh? Y'all they just grouped all the BDs into one little bag, huh? They put the GDs in a dirty category. That's why the GD on GD violence at an all-time high. GD on GD violence been like that forever because we always been the deepest. And I'm going to tell you a lot, and what a lot of people don't understand is, it's some GDs, well, I don't know if it's still going on now because these young niggas, but maybe these young, on some blocks, I know somebody is GD, right? And they are real life GD. Now, when I mean that, these niggas still shake up. They don't shake up their local handshake. They shake up the forks. Them niggas is beefing with the 5. And then it's some niggas who don't give a fuck about that. And that's where the friction started. Because there's some niggas that be like, well, fuck the folks. Well, fuck folks, no. Them niggas ain't from over here. And there's some niggas that be like, hey, folks, them niggas GD, folks. We got to lock in together. It's some people that's really like that. And then that's where the beef starts. Because you got some niggas that want to live Larry's plan. What King David died for. It's some niggas that really, and it's some niggas like me that don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They don't give a shit. They don't care, gang. And that's where the friction starts. And it's fucked up. But I mean, David's dead. Larry's in jail. All the board members was locked up. Niggas was getting 100 years for having rank. I fall under the GDs that kill folks. I'm with that side. We went to war with the board. You know what I'm saying? That's the lineage of GDs that I come from. Will it ever be unity? No. Maybe if you go to jail. Maybe if you go to jail. But far as on the street, that shit is dead. And it's because too many niggas died. Too many niggas died. So much shit would happen. Backdoor shit. Niggas having baby by op bitches. Niggas having baby by op bitches. Niggas sisters and baby mamas marrying ops. All types of shit going on in Iraq right now. And then, like, it's all funny games when you kids, but when you get older and they got kids together, and these niggas marry these hoes, and these hoes marry these niggas. Folks say, you more GDK than me, more likely. More likely so. Because those is my biggest ops. And that's kind of crazy. Finna go get a 5-point star cracked on my face like KTS Vaughn. See, I got a 5 cracked on my neck, but that shit been there for so long. That shit don't even mean nothing no more. People look at that shit and think I got it for Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? But I got my shit cracked into 2.
King Von turned O-Block into a well-known hotspot of crime all across the country. But today, the most violent parts of Chicago aren't the ones that are the most viral online.
You think?
The deadliest gang wars have moved, and some of them are far more shocking than what happened here.
Okay,
your personal
know
information
something.
is everywhere, from your name to your phone number to your email address and even to your family members' names. Data brokers are making money by selling that information to advertisers, scammers, or anybody who wants it. That's where Delete Me comes in. Delete Me is a service that finds and removes your personal data from these sites automatically. Once you sign up, you'll fill out a short profile with the information you want deleted, and then their privacy experts scan hundreds of data broker databases.
Who knows this shit work, bro?
And it shows exactly which companies had your information, monitoring and repeat. I like that. People want to make sure this QR me can see violent areas of Chicago. Thank you again, Delete Me, for sponsoring this video. One of the most violent.
That's why I didn't monetize it. Because I think if I would have monetized this, shit would have got my shit clapped, gang. I did not monetize this video, gang. For reasons like this.
Areas of Chicago today is the Englewood and West Englewood neighborhood.
I'm not just die 5, die GDK. I'm fuck everything. I'm a killer war cutthroat. That's it. That's all. I ain't claiming no nations. I ain't claiming none of that shit. I'm just killer war. I'm a killer war cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. Fuck everything. Fuck everything. I fuck with some beat. I fuck with a lot. I love everybody who love me, gang. That's as far as I can say. But putting the gang behind that shit, I just don't give a fuck. But why they split Englewood up like this?
Englewood on Chicago's south side once had a bustling economy of local businesses and a much larger population than it does today.
The 3 main gangs that make up these neighborhoods are the Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, and Black P Stones.
Where is Stones in Englewood? Where is it any Stones that run in Englewood? Like, can we talk about that? Can we talk? Can we just stop and talk about this? It's no Stones in Englewood. And if it is some Stones in Englewood, they definitely don't run Englewood. Only in Iraq we will be GDK at the same time. That's a fact. I know the hooks, like how white people look at us. Yeah, you right, BDK too. You feel me? Fuck everything, gang. I'll fuck with everybody on the G. There's only 2 Stones in Englewood. Both hoods goofy. Stones don't run shit but they mouth. You got Push Squad. Who? What is that? Bro, what Stones run Inglewood, gang? Stones? Bro. Nah, bro. I never heard of those guys. Bro, check this out. Mayblock, they barely in Inglewood. They almost to Gresham. They like, what, 72nd, 73rd? They don't run Inglewood. Inglewood is overran. Inglewood is overran by GDs and BDs. GDs and BDs they run rampant through Inglewood. My nigga Queese, right? He's from T-Love, right? He said when he came to the Killer Ward, what he liked the most is GDs we was actually going against Vice Lords and Stones at that time. He said he never seen that. He said his whole life he been going against GDs and BDs growing up in Inglewood. He never seen a Stone. He said he never seen a Stone and he was born and raised in Inglewood. Never beefed with him either. Said he never seen a Stone. So how the fuck do Stones run Inglewood? It's more GDs than us BDs though. That is a fact. But when you think of Inglewood, you can't say one without the other. You have to say both. But Stones, I think they just saying that is just because they don't want to GD and BD it out. Because there's no Stones running shit in Inglewood. Also, I've never seen an MC to be honest. When you want to go see MCs, you got to go on the low end. You got to go on 47, 40. You got to go somewhere on 47. Even by that Checkers or somewhere up and down 47, you will see some snakes. Growing up, it was, if you wasn't in the hole, you wasn't going to really see them. Only way I seen them, because I was about to go to a alternative school over there. First time I ever seen the Mickey Cobra.
Within these neighborhoods,
as far as my age,
borders are always changing, but generally, the Gangster Disciples dominate much of West Englewood and to the west of Oakton Park. Their main stronghold within this region is from 55th Street to the north, running all the way down to 75th Street to the south. And then mainly to the south of Oakton Park are the Black Pea Stones. The Black Pea Stones may not occupy the front headlines the same way the Gangster Disciples and Black Disciples do, but they are still very dominant in the region. Their control tends to be more localized in a block-by-block scenario, rather than having a large expanse of territory. Although their territory may be smaller, they are known as one of the most ruthless gangs in Chicago. On November 2nd, 2015, a 9-year-old named Tyshawn Lee was playing basketball.
This is an Auburn Gresham. You see what I'm saying? Bro, this is not the 90s. When I was a kid, when they talked about Auburn Gresham, the name that they used to say was Inglewood. It was a murder on 77 in Plano today in the Inglewood community. I used to be like, we're not Inglewood. We get it. Inglewood has the clout, but Inglewood, we're not Inglewood. It's not Inglewood, gang. Why do they do that to us? Bro, they just said, he said 75th, right? I should have known something was wrong when he said 75th. Because anything on the other side of 74th is Auburn Gresham. When he said 75th, I'm like, because I know 75th ain't Inglewood. I know 75th is not Inglewood, gang. I knew it. This nigga just pissed me off. He just,
with his friends at Dawes Park. Dawes Park is on the border of the Black Pea Stones and Gangster Disciples territory, and
Nigga,
Tyshawn's
what?
dad was in the Gangster Disciples.
Oh,
on that day.
God, we're not even that. We're not even south of them. We're east of them.
Tyshawn and his friends were playing basketball. A man named D. Wright Boone Dottie approached the boys. D. Wright picked up the basketball, dribbled it a few times, and then gave it back to the boys. After that, D. Wright persuaded Tyshawn to leave the basketball court and come with him to the store across the street.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the gayest shit a motherfucker say. And there's no store across the street from Dawes Park, by the way. The closest store is on Damon, which is the Sicko. That's so gay. And I don't think Lil Bro's actually thinking through. If a nigga say, come, and nigga, you don't know either, gang. You gonna go with the little nigga you gonna go with fools to the store? Man, if I'm playing basketball, hey look, niggas been trying to beat my brains in that park since I was a fucking kid his age. Probably a little bit older, around his age. Niggas I always knew it was fuck the dome. And it was fuck the ward for them when we was kids. So grown niggas, if I was in Dawes Park, more likely I was running home. I ain't gonna sit there and lie to y'all. I've never had a fight with nobody from Terror Dome. I've never fought nobody from the Dome. They never hit me, punched me, none of that. Right? But I promise you, it been times where I was just running home. If a nigga woke up and asked me, if a nigga would have woke up and said anything to me in Dawes Park, I'm running home. I'm running back to the ward. Because I know I'm not supposed to be down there for one. Right? But see, his grandma lived over there. You see what I'm saying? That's Carla's son. You see what I'm saying? And Carla's grandmother stays over there. You know, it's Carla, Keisha, and I forget the other sister name. Right? They're all girls, right? They ain't got no boys in their family, right? And their grandma stayed over there in Terror Dome. So that's why he was in Terror Dome. So, like, the funny part is if they didn't kill him, he could have grew up to be Terror Dome probably, gang. He could have grew up to be Dome. Wanna know why? Because his grandma stays in Terror Dome. But yes, his daddy is a Killer War New Money renegade. 100%. But his grandma stayed in over there. In the Dome. They didn't even let this nigga pick a side, gang. They didn't even let him pick a side, bro. They didn't even let him pick a side. They killed him before he even picked a side. He was from down there. That's why he was so comfortable. Yeah, his mama claimed Killer Ward. His daddy claimed Killer Ward. But he stayed in Terror Dome. See what I'm saying? Goofy shit. But I wouldn't have, as a child, I knew better to go with anybody. Man, female, or otherwise.
Promised Tyshawn that he would buy him something. Tyshawn then followed D. Wright into a nearby alley that was out of view of the park. There, D. Wright shot Tyshawn.
Damn!
The view of the park.
Why the fuck? Bro, this nigga here is blowing me, gang. No diddy. We get it. He got shot in his head and all. But look at the fucking illustration.
There, D. Wright shot Tyshawn.
In Chicago today, there was a tragic...
What happened if his mother sees this? What happened if his family sees this, bro?
Revelation in the
Hit that super chat, hit that cash up. Let's get it. This shit.
murder of a 9-year-old boy.
Probably the most abhorrent, cowardly, unfathomable crime that I've witnessed in 35 years of policing.
Tyshawn's father, Pierre Stokes, was alleged by authorities to have ties to the Gangster Disciples. D. Wright and his other Black P. Stone brothers were going after the gangster disciples and Pierre for revenge over another killing that took place just days earlier. D. Wright and the Black P. Stones couldn't find Pierre, so they took out his 9-year-old son instead.
The two men convicted of executing 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee will be locked up behind bars for decades. Dwight Boone Doty is a convicted triggerman. He was sentenced to 90 years. His accomplice, Corey Morgan, sentenced to 65.
And then the third group competing for the...
Bro, in this crazy part, I've been knowing this nigga forever. We share the same brother. My brother is his brother, right? We call him Tezpo. Uh, 65 years, nigga. Bro, if you would have told me he would have got 65 years for something to do with killing a child when we was teenagers, I would have laughed at you in your fucking face. When we was little kids, gang. When we was little bitty kids, gang. If you would have told me that would have been our reality, if I would have known half the shit I know today, try not to cry, right? Or if I knew that everything my fucking parents told me was true, right? All my friends was gonna be dead in fucking jail, right? If I would have known all of that was true, if I knew my brother was gonna get killed by these niggas who I saved, if I knew his brother was gonna crash and kill a fucking kid, if I knew any other shit I know today, I would have looked at you and laughed at you in your fucking face. This is sad. Tez, look who, 65 years. Tez. I'm thinking about everything that happened that led up to this. All the fights. Because I used to ride with these niggas. I used to ride with them. If my brother didn't get it, see, it been a time when I used to go against my brother too. It used to be a time where I used to go against my brother too. We be shooting at each other, no, and that's my brother, right? I ain't never tried to shoot him, he never tried to shoot me. But I shot at his crowd though, right? Right? Okay. He did say he shoot at my crowd too. But when they fought them boys, I used to be right there fighting with them. Cause you wanna know why? Cause that's my brother. That's my brother. I'm thinking all the diss on this days to make, all the gangs. Like I'm thinking of everything that led up to where they at now. And I see it, bro, vividly, bro. I see this. I see him with his red cap on, G, on 79th Street with his hair braided. Throwing up the guns, dropping the rakes. I see my brother Tracy still alive. I see Booney them before the Laron shit. I see me with a Washington Nationals hat on, with braids, with black beads, or the Yankee hat with Killer Ward wrote in it. I see all my friends and I'm seeing us live on 79th Street, gang banging with each other. Right? Now I'm looking at what's going on now. And I'm reporting on this shit on YouTube. Wow. And the same niggas who I know and love that I did dirt with or did shit to, they on TV. They on YouTube dead. Or spending the rest of their life in jail, in prison. Over things we did as children. Man, mama say it's gonna be days like this.
Corey Morgan, sentenced to 65.
And then the third group competing for the Englewood and West Englewood neighborhoods are the Black Disciples. The Black Disciples control much of the region to the east of Oakton Park and are especially dominant around Englewood High School. On Normal Boulevard, the Black Disciples are known to be extremely present here. Englewood High School is caught in the middle of the gang violence, and the high school struggles because of it.
Police on scene tell me this was a brawl that involved at least 100 students here at Englewood STEM High School.
At this school, every time you turn around, it's fights all the time.
Englewood High School had a graduation rate of only 62%.
What the fuck happened to old? This is not Englewood. What the fuck is this? Bro, my grandmother was the lunch lady for 40 years at Englewood High School. This is not Englewood. This is not home of the Eagles. Wow. Chicago has changed. Englewood was all brick. It had a big shade around it. It was so dark. Englewood was dark. When you went inside that bitch, it was dark and it had lights on. This is not Englewood.
All the time.
Englewood High School had a graduation rate of only 62%. They also have 87% of the students marked as chronically absent, meaning they missed 10 or more days of school a year. Getting to and from school for these students can also be tricky. If you live on a Black Disciple block and have to walk home from school through Black Disciple controlled streets, it's safer to just be one of them than to be part of a rival gang or even seen as neutral. Because many families in Englewood face deep poverty and minimal access to after-school programs, gangs often fill the role of structure and belonging that schools and community centers can't always provide. You can even see the effects of poverty in Englewood just off of the many lots that sit empty. All of these empty lots aren't random, they're the direct...
You hear me? Hey, Snake, what we talking about? Yes, the fuck it is. They built that motherfucker out of nowhere. They did. On the G, they did. G, I remember it, bro. I used to go to Englewood so much, dude. As a kid, I stayed. Bro, I almost went to Englewood. Booney asked me, "Hey, you gonna go to Englewood with me?" I'm like, "No, no. It's nothing but BDs over there." I used to want to go to Englewood when my grandma worked there, right? I used to always want to go to Englewood. I knew nothing, but when I grew up, I was going to go to Englewood. That's what the fuck I thought. I was not going to go to 3 schools I wasn't going to go to. I wasn't going to go to Englewood, and I wasn't going to fucking Hartford either, right? But I ended up having to go to fucking Robeson. And I had a fucking ball in Robeson. But I got kicked right out that bitch, though. Robeson would have been another school I didn't want to go to. But I had a great time in Robeson. R.P. Paul Robeson. They moved Englewood from 63rd to 69th. That's insane, bro. That is insane, bro. Wow. Bro. I gotta take a piss real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. And I'm literally gonna be gone for 2 seconds. Hold on, I'll be right back. I really gotta take a piss, bro. That water running through it, nigga. Yeah, I went to Hyde Park too. I went to a lot of schools, but I went to Robeson, went to CVS, I went to Hyde Park, went to Calumet. You know, so I'm from Auburn Gresham, so I had to go to Calumet. You know what I'm saying?
The outcome of economic decay. As jobs vanished and home values tanked, many homeowners couldn't keep up with their mortgages. The city seized many of these properties through foreclosure and then demolished them rather than rebuilding them. This has left block after block of open grass where homes once stood.
Overgrown weeds, empty beer cans, and a lot of frustrated neighbors. The Morning Insiders uncover a pattern of vacant city-owned properties falling into disarray.
I'm glad I went to Hyde Park with folks and Mo Man them.
Filed to the city.
Hyde Park was busted too, though.
People see this, they're scared.
I had a great time in Hyde Park, but CVS
clean it up and secure it.
But arguably the Chicago area struggling most with gang violence in 2025 is the Garfield Park area, or more notoriously known as K-Town. K-Town is a group of different neighborhoods with heavy gang violence, roughly running from West Lake Street in the north to West 16th Street in the south, and then from California Ave in the east to Cicero.
Time out. This nigga is... Where did... Okay. Let me go back a little bit. What made him mention Inglewood High School? He didn't mention no wars, no beefs. He just, we know this BDs is, we know what's we gang, we know, but what happened? Did he just jump to K-Town? Like what? This white boy.
Avenue in the west. While the Black Disciples, Gangster Disciples, and Black P Disciples have a heavy prominence in Chicago.
Disciples? What did he just say?
South, and then from California Ave in the east to Cicero Avenue in the west. While the Black Disciples, Gangster Disciples, and Black P Disciples have a heavy...
The Black P Disciples. Okay, moving on. So let me, shout out to my boy Byron. Gang, super chat cashier, gang! And he got an Ice JJ Fish on the floor. You're not serious, right? Ice JJ Fish on the floor. Ice JJ Fish on the floor? I think I probably butchered it. Never. This is a real song. Oh my fucking god. If this ain't the goofiest nigga from the south suburbs. Did he like Photoshop this bitch in here, or is she really in this video? She's really in this video. Nah, bro. Bro, this girl look like she fit this video, bro. Like, what the fuck is really going on? Bro, when she got booked for this video, I promise you, she did not know that this was a real thing. She probably thought it was a real legit booking. It was an upcoming artist. And then this nigga come on.
Sweating a lot, time and coffee before we would have to stop. That's just not into that stuff a lot. Oh man, she's just super high. I got some that's right on top. On top of my head, so many she goes, so I have to stop. Ask some questions that I had to stop. She said she wants to take it slow.
Bro, she's trying to be so professional with this man, bro, and he over there singing this bullshit. And you know the funny part, bro? He could have actually cracked, bro, and that's the funny part. Cause to us, he's a goofy, but to a white or a Spanish girl, he's probably like cool to them. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. This nigga is not doing this, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I'm ready to be with you. Me and you suspended some days, no. That we only know that's between us two. Oh, girl, you drove me out my mind. Said you did that, I'm digging deep in your spine. Did you ever get to hear that I'm claiming your mind? Yeah, that's what's going on this time. I will put my life on the line.
What the fuck?
Line just to be the one to call you mine. Now I'm picking up the phone just to call your line. Because, baby girl, you're on my mind. You want to take it slow. I'm not the type of guy I'll let you know. When I see that red light, all I
Shout out,
know
man.
is go. So baby girl, into these on the floor.
Man, fuck out of here, bro. I ain't a man that hate on what no nigga got going on, folks. I have never hated on no nigga, bro. But that shit right there.
Prominence in Chicago's South Side, it's an entirely different set of gangs that make up Chicago's West Side. The major gangs out of K-Town include the Black Souls, the Unknown Vice Lords, the Four Corner Hustlers, the Traveling Vice Lords.
When they just said the biggest gangs that mark up the West Side, and the first gang you say is the Souls? The Souls is what you say? And then the Dirty U's, then the Foes, then the Travelers. I would say the T's and the C's and the Foes. Argue with your mama. The biggest gangs on the West Side is the Traveling Vice Lords, conservative Vice Lords. Just say Vice Lords and the Foes. You just threw the Souls in there for theatrics because of the name. Because them niggas ain't deep.
The conservative Vice Lords, the New Breed, and smaller pockets of the Gangster Disciples and Black Disciples. In general, the two dominant gangs in K-Town today are the Vice Lords, who originated in K-Town, and then the Four Corner Hustlers, who have a large area of control around Garfield Park. In 2022, the Four Corner Hustlers were caught in a massive drug trafficking operation that was run on the block of 3900 West Jackson Boulevard, the 3900 block of Van Buren Street, and the 4000 block of Maypole Avenue, directly in the gang's territory. 10 members were arrested in this operation with nicknames like Peanut and D-Nice, but the operation was run by a 38-year-old man named Nathaniel Evans. 4 others allegedly worked as shift managers that oversaw drug sales at the 3 other locations. The shift managers were also in charge of receiving the supply of drugs from Mexico, protecting the cash, and then being on the lookout for the police. The drugs were packaged in small baggies and sold for extremely cheap, usually just $10 a bag. They were going for a cheap but high-volume distribution strategy. Some of the drugs discovered by authorities were laced with fentanyl, making them far more dangerous. Federal authorities also seized many firearms from the gang, including 4 rifles, 4 handguns, a MAC-10 submachine gun, and a shotgun. This shows how these spree markets were heavily protected with firearms, and it wasn't just some casual dealers.
The U.S. Attorney's Office today announced federal charges against 10 members or associates of the Four Corner Hustlers street gang.
We need members of the community to continue to work with law enforcement in order to help us uncover crimes and then hold people accountable.
But even when the police cracked down on these illegal drug operations, the gangs learned to adapt. One of the new strategies of gangs in this region has been to shift their operations into vacant lots and abandoned homes.
Approximately 400 abandoned houses in the village of Dalton.
That's someone that took over someone's house without their permission, and they stay there. They do a lot.
What the fuck Dalton got to do with? I thought it was in K-Town.
And abandoned homes.
Approximately 400 abandoned houses in the village of Dalton.
Dalton is in the south suburbs. I thought we was talking about K-Town.
Someone that took over someone's house without their permission, and they stay there. They do a lot of things that they should not be doing, and it should have been taken care of sooner, and it's not.
One recent example of this comes from an abandoned home on 849 St. Louis Avenue. On the outside, it looked like an abandoned home with boarded up windows and graffiti on the front door. But on the inside was one of Chicago's most active stash houses. Neighbors say that the house had been vacant for many years. It's owned by the Chicago Housing Authority, but it's been left untouched and unsecured. Then in 2024, it turned into what police called an open-air drug depot. Dealers started operating their business right on the front porch, where buyers would pull up in cars, hand over cash, and then drive away with the drug of their choice. When police finally raided the home, they found 24 bags of narcotics hidden in a hole that was dug into the wall. This operation was all happening in broad daylight. Parents walking their kids to school said that they would see people cycling through every...
Seeing white men in suits selling dog food on out west. With a white family.
Couple minutes. Residents who live in these areas are saying that they just can't take it anymore.
We're moving, process is moving as we speak. I just can't put up with this anymore.
I'm completely done with Chicago.
But no one wants to be here anymore. And can you blame them?
What?
Can you blame them?
Chicago, the best.
As more and more families move out, these homes often become abandoned when nobody wants to buy them. These empty homes quickly become safe havens for the same activity that they were trying to escape. Today in West Garfield Park, more than 40% of the lots are vacant. But the cycle doesn't just stop with abandoned homes and empty lots. When neighborhoods start falling apart, it's often the kids who get caught in the cracks.
Because not only you gonna get killed, you gonna get killed, and them cats gonna get killed, but our kids is dying.
One of the most tragic stories of
like, why don't you push that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
In the cracks.
Because not only you gonna get killed, you gonna get killed, and them cats gonna get killed, but our kids is dying.
One of the most tragic stories of young kids getting caught in the gang life
comes
from an 11-year-old named Robert Sandifer, nicknamed Little Yummy. Both of his parents were teenagers at birth. His mother was frequently in trouble with the law, and his father was in jail for most of his life. By age 4, Robert was removed from his mother's care due to violent abuse and was given to his grandmother, whose home had up to 19 different people living in it. Unfortunately, this new home offered Robert little protection. He continued to experience abuse and even had cigarette burns and bruises all over his body. Despite the trauma, he became familiar with the streets of Chicago. By 8, he'd already dropped out of school and began stealing cars, breaking into houses, and navigating the criminal underworld. Around this time, Robert became affiliated with the Black Disciples. They often used Robert as a drug runner or to commit crimes, knowing that the legal system would often let him off the hook because of how young he was. By age 10, Robert even tattooed BDN for Black Disciple Nation onto his body. His criminal record quickly grew, and by age 10, Robert already had 23 felonies, including an armed robbery. Tragedy first struck, though, when Robert turned 11. Robert was given a handgun by members of the Black Disciples and was ordered to carry out a hit. Yummy walked up to 16-year-old Keonta Britton and asked him what gang he belonged to. Britton told the 11-year-old he wasn't involved, and then Yummy pulled out a gun and shot him in the stomach at point-blank range. Yummy sprinted away, and police quickly arrived on the scene. Only 2 hours later, Yummy came back just around the corner of where he shot Britton. He spotted 6 guys playing football. He walked up with no mask, wearing a shirt that said boss, and then opened fire erratically on them. Bullets went everywhere. A parked van was hit, a house window was shattered, and tragically 14-year-old Siobhan Dean was hit in the head. Siobhan, who wasn't even with the boys but was just walking by, ended up dying a few hours later. Following her death, Robert became a fugitive, living in Black Disciple members' homes while evading police and even the FBI. 3 days after the shooting, Robert returned to his neighborhood, hoping to turn himself in. But high-ranking Black Disciple members feared that he might cooperate with law enforcement. The Black Disciples now feared that Lil Yummy was too much of a liability to keep around. Black Disciple members Craig and Derek Hardaway were tasked with silencing Lil Yummy. As Lil Yummy was making his way back to his grandmother's home, they lured him into a car offering protection. Craig and Derek then drove Lil Yummy to a railroad underpass. Once there, they shot Lil Yummy twice in the back of the head, killing the 11-year-old. His body was then discovered the next day.
What was he like?
Bad.
Bad? Like, when you say bad, what do you mean?
Fighting, stealing, breaking into people's houses.
Did you ever see, like, the police coming to his house?
Every other day.
When you found out that he was killed, right? What did you think?
I mean, it shocked me. He shouldn't have got killed like that. I mean, he didn't have to die the way he was killed, but that's the life you live. That's what happened.
Lil Yummy's story shocked the nation, landing on the cover of Time magazine and becoming a symbol of children growing up in violent, neglected.
The funny part, it's not even funny, but the fucked up part is they wasn't even amazed that he got smoked. They wasn't surprised. They wasn't puzzled. They like, oh, well, we see that coming.
Neighborhoods. From O-Block to Englewood, to Garfield Park and K-Town, Chicago's gang war is everywhere, shaping schools, streets, and lives. These maps aren't just data points, they're living neighborhoods with real people caught inside a decades-long war. But the FBI is trying to put an end to this war. The FBI just raided O-Block, and I made an entire video on it, which you can watch right here. Thank you again, Delete Me, for sponsoring this video. To get your data removed from the internet, make sure to check out Delete Me using this QR code on the...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That video is anything. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect none of that shit, bro. I don't know how to feel about that. This shit bullshit for one. That shit was straight garbage. When you just want something to put out to the internet, I just think that's why they did that. Yeah, I just think that was some dumb shit. What? How honey buns are made. Who the fuck cares? Woman charged murder can return to court after new charges failed. I think she the one that killed Ronika. I think Shorty did smoke Ronika. Bro, all this shit is crazy, gang. I don't know, man. This shit is anything, bro. This shit fucked my head up, gang. That shit really fucked my head up. Nah, for real, like. He didn't say nothing. His clown ass got smoked, not minding his business again. That is why Tupac got killed now. Getting in the shit that ain't got nothing to do with him, got his ass smoked too. You know how much hate we would if we got Tupac instead. Yeah, that would have fucked up. The pitchforks was finna smoke Pac in Minnesota. I thought they got out on his ass in Milwaukee. They done found little folks hiding in a dumpster. They on the book baking his little ass. Yeah, right? You see that? Check this out. I ain't see the whole video. I just seen a little clip on on Instagram or whatever. What the fuck? I was finna put some on. Oh, what's his name? MCV. I think that's it.
When Tupac got on stage in Milwaukee, right, and he confronted the GDs, I heard that story a few times.
Look at this nigga MC8 face.
Man, and they never mention you when they tell that story. And you was there, right?
I used to go to Chicago a lot. Around the time of my second to fourth album, I used to do a lot in Chicago. I basically was in Chicago probably every weekend doing concerts for the GDs. A lot of concerts, so I got real familiar with the GDs.
Hey, man, do your research on them free concerts the GDs used to get.
GDs. A lot of concerts, so I got real familiar with the GDs.
They got real familiar with the GDs.
So they was throwing this big concert in Milwaukee. It was a big concert. Ghetto Boys, Escape.
Ghetto Boys always gonna be there. The
Spice, me.
Shout out Scarface, man.
Just Tupac. It was a big ass concert. So, a lot of dudes had traveled up from Chicago up to Milwaukee because it's
Baba, sit it in, gang.
hop, skip, and a jump. So, the show's going on and everything. Everything is good. My dude Pac get on stage. He's performing, doing his thing. And he stopped the music. He started going through one of his, he was addressing the crowd, and addressing a couple of dudes in the crowd. And I don't know if, the thought was, we in Milwaukee, shit, this is Milwaukee, this ain't motherfucking New York or fucking LA or fucking Chicago, this fucking Milwaukee. So I don't know if that was the attitude, but, it changed to a lot of, you niggas ain't shit, we the real niggas, fuck y'all niggas, we this and we that. And that offended a lot of niggas in the audience, you get me? Because a lot of these niggas are from Chicago, you get me? And a lot of them, I'm talking about, it's probably 100 niggas there up from Chicago. So, I don't know, the pistol came out, there was a shot in the air, and then next thing you know, dudes start hopping on stage like, so it broke out into where it was like the whole crowd just rushed the stage and rushed the backstage. There was about 100 GDs in my dressing room because, they felt really offended about the Tupac thing.
With that
and
shit.
At the time, I was really close with a lot of dudes from Chicago. So I was trying to calm the scene down. I had to stand up on the table because, like I said, it was about 100 niggas in my dressing room, and everybody's looking for which way did he go, where they at. So I'm trying to calm dudes down and tell them to chill. It didn't happen. So we got escorted out. And it looked like the whole city of downtown Milwaukee. It was just 1 million people just running around. They rushed the hotel. It's like a tidal wave, man. It started from the arena. It came outside. It floated down the street. It made it to the hotel where all the artists were staying. And it was just 1 million people just running through the hotel, destroying shit, jumping off balconies. It was all kind of crazy melee. So we got banned from going to Milwaukee for a long time.
Crazy, man. Pac was a wild dude, man. So y'all got banned from Milwaukee because of Tupac.
Yeah, it started a riot. It really started a riot. And, like, I don't know if that was the intention, because, like I said, my nigga Tupac was very intense with his stage performances. And, you know, at the time he was going through a lot of shit, you know, with court and all that other shit. So, you know, the bravado, you know, of you get that sometimes. You get me? We coming from a certain area. We don't think you dudes is tough enough. We feel like, you know, if y'all ain't from here, then you just pretenders and shit like that. And you never know who you might be addressing. You get me? Because like I said, there was some real motherfuckers around there and in the audience, and they felt offended when they were addressed like they wasn't shit. So that's what caused the melee. That's what caused the riot. We got banned from going to Milwaukee. You know, everybody made it out safe. It wasn't no killings or nobody was hurt or nothing like that. It just caused a lot of damage.
And the only reason why Tupac did that is because of the kid that got killed, right?
Right.
Yummy Centerford?
Right.
That made no sense.
That was all behind. That's what I heard after that. It was behind the Yummy Sandiver situation, you know, and I was familiar with that as well. So, you know, you never know what dudes be thinking. Like I said, Pac was very expressive. He didn't give a fuck. You get me? He didn't care how many people, whether it was 1 or 1 million.
Get that cash,
he was gonna do what the fuck he wanted to do.
Let's get it.
He always was like that, you know what I'm saying? I talked to Pac, you know, a few times, and he was just one of them dudes, you know? He had no filter, you get me?
Now, check this out. Now, you heard what he just said, right? Now, let me show you this, right? Let me show you this video. And this is gonna make no sense, right? But watch. I think it might happen in the. I think it happened in the beginning of the video. Man. I've seen this fucking video, but Tupac threw a BD hard. I mean, not Tupac, but a nigga in the video threw a BD hard as hell. But it's funny because he had beef with the GDs over the BDs. I'm just pretty sure that was my mom. Yeah, that's my mom FaceTime me. Let's see what I'm talking about. What's wrong? Oh man, I'm gonna call you right back, baby. What the fuck my mom want? Yeah, hello? Yeah. Yo, hold on. I'm streaming. What's going on? You good? Alright, bet. I'll call you when I'm done. Alright, later. Alright. What? Goddamn Tupac. Nah, that's definitely the right video,